What is going on, everybody? OniMike here, and today I'm doing something a little different. Now, I posted up to Black Magic Crafting, um, Black Magic Craft, something like that. He's really new, and he does board game tiles, like for D&D and stuff like that, different kind of tiles. And he showed a really cool way to make cave tiles. Well, I let him know, that I really appreciated his video and that, I was able to make a whole bunch of them within one night. I all within one night. Um, I stayed up because I had a campaign, an encounter coming the next day. But first, I like to take a second and I'd like to apologize for this mess in the background. My room. This is why I don't like being on video. Not really a recording quality studio. But, anyways, I'd also like to thank you all for being here and for continuing to show up. Um, as you know, I've ran into a lot of problems and everything else. Like just trying to do this video here. I wanted to do it with my phone because that way I could actually walk around and see this and see that. Phone, no memory. I literally deleted everything, no memory. Um, and it's just too much work for that thing. I have to do like minute section videos and then upload them all to Dropbox and then come back on the computer, download them all, and then I can edit them. Just yeah, no. Um, so then I tried my laptop, um, well, which my brother's got right now. Um, but tried the laptop and it has the built-in webcam and stuff like that, and I was going to take it around, and that way I could show you guys where I do my crafting and everything else, all the board game crap I got, because I'm not just a video gamer. I'm a game enthusiast of all kinds, board games, um, D&D games. Here, let me move this a little bit. There we go. Let's move that down just a hair. Um, but board games, D&D, um, anything to do with zombies, anything like that. I'm a big enthusiast of any kind of gaming, consoles. That's what I grew up with. Okay, I grew up in the era of NES. Okay, the original Nintendo. It was epic, awesome. Okay, I was 6 years old and I got my first Nintendo, and I was just baffled. I had no words for it. And I grew up with consoles. So as I got older, though, the gameplay for consoles really went downhill, especially when they came out with the 360 and PS3. Everything started revolving around PvP. Everything, everything is PvP oriented, and it just drives me insane. I cannot stand PvP. I hate PvP. Okay, I the only game I ever played PvP in was Gears of War 2. Not just 2. I did 3. I didn't care for 3. I hated Judgment Day. Um, Gears of War 2 was my favorite, by far my favorite game. Especially when it came to like PvP. Just run around and shoot people. Oh yeah, this is so much fun. Let me drop $1,000 into it. You know, um, I don't get these people. And what's funny is that 9 out of 10 of them are like 14-year-old kids. Where the fuck do y'all come up with this money? That's what I want to know. Do your parents really not want to pay that much attention to you to where they just throw money at you to say, leave me the fuck alone? Um, that's kind of the way it feels. It's taken me years and years and years and years to come up with my little setup I got here. And I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to show you everything that I got. But, I just wanted to touch subject with that a little bit. And thank you guys so much for continuing to be here. And I do have a lot more coming up. This coming week, I have I'm making another video right now for you guys. I'm making a salute video to Paris over what happened. May you all rest in peace. and God be with you all. Um, I'm just so dumbfounded by everything that happened out there right now. Um, but I also been wanting to come back to you guys, and I want to hit hard because I'm I try and I try and I try. I've lost hundreds of hours worth of video because of my current system, and I think a lot of it has to do with my hard drive, and then also my graphics card. I'm going more towards the latter on the hard drive part because I can run any game fine and it's cool until I start recording. And that's seems to be like the transfer rate. And then even then, like sometimes it'll record great and I'll be like, nice, oh, awesome. And then other times I'm literally recording and my recording frames drop to like one and it just kills the whole video. Um, and not to mention this thing. I hate this thing. It's garbage. Let's see. Where's the name at? There it is. Turtle Beach X12s. Um, they're okay, for headphones and talking to people, while you're playing one of those awesome PvP games. But other than that, no. To actually make videos with decent sound, no. And me just still being new and still not used to the whole being on cam or my voice being on cam or you know even though I'm talking to y'all, I'm literally sitting in my empty room talking to a camera, my camera. But what we are here for today was that I wanted to show you guys some of my crafting. Okay, now, like I said, aside from my video gaming, I do a lot of D&D and everything else. So some of the things I've made, the camera's going to get a little shaky, and we're going to go below, and I'm going to show you what I got right quick. Let's see. Here we go. Uh, can we see? Can we see this stuff down here? Not over my leg, huh? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I wanted to do it on a different camera because this is just horrible. Yeah, I can't show you guys much of anything. But anyways, if you see right there, the one with the road, the car, the little building, everything, that was for my zombie game that I was creating. I probably got about 18 tiles, 5 buildings, a handful of cars. I only smashed up one. I started on that and um, no one ever wanted to do much with zombies. So I kind of put that on hold, and I kept going with D&D because people are all about D&D around here. So we went with D&D, and as we see right there, there's the cave setups, the cave tiles that I learned from Black Magic Craft. These the zombie ones, the road ones. I can't remember where I actually found that out, but I wanted to know how to make sidewalks, and it was really simple and everything. But here, let me grab one and show you guys up close. See this. See if we can make this look halfway decent. God, I'm so sorry for this video quality. This webcam is about 6, 7 years old. But as you can see right here, I put the blood splatter on the sidewalk, and it goes around. It's all rounded off, and they all connect. And I got a whole nice little city setup going on. Um, what I did with my car, here, let me put this back up here, and now I'll just bring the tiles to you guys since I showed you. That way it's not moving around and making you seasick because it's making me seasick. But here, I got a little smashed up car. I just hit it with a hammer a couple times. Um, Spray painted it real quick. It actually didn't hold that well, as you can see on the back. I was gonna repaint everything, and that's a little car. And then started making little buildings. Whoops. Started making little buildings here, which I thought was coming out pretty cool. Got the boarded up windows, all that good stuff. And then we turn it around, and it's very accessible. Burnt down building. Actually, when I started building it, I didn't realize it was going to turn out like this, and it reminds me a lot of 7 Days to Die burnt buildings. As you can see, we got some rubble down there. We got some rebar sticking out that's going to get painted a nice metallic color. I painted one. Where'd you go? There it is. I painted one just with the metal metallic color itself without doing anything to it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some red and brown with it, make like a nice rusty color. And then, of course, like I said, you got your rubble up here and everything. But that's the building. Let's see if we can get a little better look at it. I thought it was pretty cool, pretty awesome. I liked it. And then I also made a little gas station, and I made a pump for it. And here's the pump. Let's see if we can put that like that. Okay, it's a little pump. Got your. I used some just regular string and then a little piece of styrofoam, cut it out, to make all that look like that. But yeah, I haven't finished painting it up. That's usually what I slack on, is painting. But I try to do a lot at once and then paint them all at once, because I've wasted a lot of paint doing that. Just paint one here and one there, one there. No, you want to get like 50 of them and then paint them all. Now let's go to my very first creations, which was something that was very interesting for me, and that I really liked. And I really like this look, but these are a lot. These take a little bit more time. Let's see. There we go. There's the dungeon tiles itself, marked out with inch squares. I cut these grooves in here to hold the wall pieces. And then here's the wall piece with a little door. You guys can really see that detail with this crappy webcam. And it's nice and solid. The way I did that was, after I got done painting it, I painted it gray, okay, and then I went over it with a clear gloss, and going over it with the clear gloss started melting it. I chipped away at the sides and everything else, but then when I sprayed it, it started melting it. Started melting the styrofoam, but since it already had a layer of paint, it did not melt it all the way, and it gave it this nice old textured look. Like decaying look, just rotting, breaking away. And then here's another part of the wall, which I thought was really, really nice. Um, and I like to watch a lot of crafting shows. I watch DM's Craft with DM Scotty. I watch DMG. The more recent Black Magic Craft. All really great stuff on all the channels. And I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you all for posting those videos, because I wouldn't have been able to, wrap my head around some of this without it. Now here I got some little plants. I just got some of that shrubbery stuff that you buy. And when you first get it, it's all soft and mushy and everything. I hit this with a little glue. I had me a little token, and then I just glued it onto that. And there we go. We got us a nice little shrub. Um, And I also made little campfires. Ah, I dropped it. Also made a little campfire. See if we can get up in there. Can't really get some of that detail that I want. You guys can't really see it through there. But I used hot glue on the top for the flame. All this is hot glue. These are actual sticks and actual dirt, all glued down to a little token and painted. That's about it. That's, you know, and they look really nice too. I like the way they look. I also have a little things I made, little skulls, which was literally just the flaky styrofoam. You can break it off and it turns into little beads, and it goes everywhere. Well, I did that inside of a box, and then I just took these tokens and I put a bunch of glue on them and just dipped them in there. I let it dry, and then I painted it all black and then spread over the tops with the white. And it gave me little like skull piles, which I liked. Now from Black Magic Craft, these are the cave tiles that I craft from him. There we go. Let's get down there a little more. Okay, these are the tiles that I crafted with his advice. See on that top how we have that texture? Comes from construction sand, some glue, some construction sand, and all the details around there. That's just chipped out piece of foam. This is just foam board. Got it at Menards. It was like $10 for a giant sheet. But I really like the texture on there with the construction sand. See, like the rocks. See how you get some of that. It's really nice texture, and they're really solid. Really really good quality tiles right there. Nice little archway. You know that I made. Making a lot more stuff for it also. But one that I did on my own that I kind of took a little bit of everything that I knew and kind of tried my own thing. And I think it came out really good. Now, if you guys follow me on Google Plus, you see that I post pictures sometimes of things I do and different things like that. But I want to show you this one. This is one that I made up on my own that I was quite proud of. Can we get a better view of that? Come on, Johnny, fix the camera. Fix the camera. Let's see, there we go. We can get kind of a decent view on that. See if we can get a little closer, get some of that texture in there. Okay, now we'll back up and I'll show you. I'll tell you what I did. These little spots here, these are just some sand, just some glued on sand. This is all made in cardboard. Okay, so if you look from the side, it's all just layers of cardboard glued down together, and basically I just layered it. So these different waves, it's just different layers of cardboard. That's all that is. I glued it all together. I got it all done. Okay, and I took paper towels, and then I laid the paper towels over the whole thing, and then I just squirted it. I squirted it with a little mister, just some water in there. Got it nice and wet, and then I took some white glue and I just started smearing it everywhere. I took my paintbrush and just started painting on the glue, and I let it dry, which gave me this awesome looking, um, these awesome little ridges and all that stuff. So all these little ripples that you see in there, that was texture from the paper towels. Now, the paint itself, what I did, I spray painted it all black. Let me slow down. Um, okay, what I did first, after I got done gluing it, putting the paper towels on and everything, then I took the sand and I glued these little areas on here all over the place. So we glued those on. We let that dry again. And then we went over it with a base coat of black. Of course, most of everything you want a base coat in black. But once we base coated it, I took some texture paint. Okay, you can buy this stuff at Walmart. It's like $5. But I took texture paint and then I painted it all, and I painted it up really good. And I didn't like the color of just the texture paint, so I wanted to come back and add some highlights. So I took some black acrylic paint and I just took my brush and really ground it in all over the tile itself. And then I took some white and I just touched up all over the tile itself again. And I think it came out wonderful. You know, it's a nice piece by itself. It's a good big area. I mean, look at it. It's a it's a really big area, and yeah, there's plenty of room for an encounter on there. I got one more thing I want to show you before I'm done here. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we're back here, and I wanted to show you guys the tree itself. Now, what I used was a poker chip. Okay, I have a whole bunch of these little poker chips. I found them at the Goodwill store. It was a whole thing of them for like 50 cents. So I got them. But I took real sticks and I hot glued that to a poker chip because regular size tokens, they're not going to hold up all this weight, all this top weight. And so, unless you buy some washers and multiple other things, to help give it that stability. So I just took poker chips, and what I plan on doing is putting some construction sand around it and a little flocking and stuff like that around the tree, and then I'll paint it all, so you won't, this poker chip will actually look like, grass and dirt and stuff like that. And then here's another tree I did. I had a guy playing D&D with me. He was a ranger and he liked to climb up this tree here. And then I also have little ladders. Excuse me? Okay, sorry about that. But these little ladders here are just some toothpicks, matchsticks, and a little piece of construction board. Just cardstock. There you go. Couldn't think of the word. So it's just a little piece of cardstock cut out with some matchsticks and toothpicks glued to it. And then I put a little piece of hot glue, a little touch of hot glue underneath to make sure it, stays that way. So they're pretty durable, pretty tough, really nice. It all looks nice when it's all set up, and that's what I was trying to do out there. I wanted you guys to be able to see everything all set up because I wanted to set up some nice looking stuff so you guys could really appreciate it. But there's my crafting, gaming, pretty much everything area. Now you can't see everything, but I have tons and tons and tons of stuff. That's baby stuff and my brother's speakers and stuff like that. We live in a house of 8 people, so you know space gets tight. Space gets a little tight, and so got to work with what I can work with. Let me show you my setup right quick. Here we are. Here's my ViewSonic old ancient monitor that I can only do you know crap resolution on. My keyboard, Cooler Master Storm, mouse, and let me move this ashtray out of the way because you guys don't want to see that. And then there's the rig. Everything all hooked up and running and going. And like I said, I want to apologize for this horrible setup right now because everything's just kind of everywhere. I got my Vader cup, my my Lord Vader cup, red and black, which is really awesome because the whole system actually was red and black, and I really didn't do that on purpose. I kind of just bought, you know, parts that I knew were good and that were decently priced. So, but my plans are, you see this guy up here? Let's see if we can, let's point it up here. There we go. That guy up there, that TV. Um, yeah, if I don't get one myself, that's going to be my new monitor. And that's coming up here next week. So, it gives me up to 2K resolution. And, you know, looks so much better. And, it records just the same as it does on this old ancient monitor. This thing has a lot of screen tearing and everything else going on with it. Um, but and also microphone. I'm looking to get a new microphone and monitor this coming week. So yeah, all goes well. Everything should be good. And I was also going to look into a new SSD. Not a new SSD, an actual SSD, because I only have the regular hard drive, and it's so slow. But the monitor and the mic are my first priorities at this time. And then as soon as I can, I will be upgrading my hard drive, getting another or getting an SSD and probably another hard drive also. So that way I got three of them. I can, install my massive important stuff immediately on my SSD, and then I could use one of my hard drives just for recordings, and then I could use my other hard drive just for programs and this and that and whatnot. So those are my plans. A lot of money, and of course, I don't work. I'm unemployed. Been unemployed for a while, so you know that is what it is. I tried to get a job. I don't know how many times around here. What's funny is that I'll go into a job and apply for it, and I'll talk to the people, and I'm a cook. I've been a cook for 11 years, so I go in there and apply for a cooking job, and then I turn around and see a 16-year-old or 18-year-old get hired that they have no idea what they're doing, and it kind of makes you lose the will to even give a shit. You know, you seeing a bunch of kids get hired that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and half these kids nowadays they don't work. They don't know anything. All they know how to do is in Facebook. This is what I see these kids nowadays doing. Just be in the same room trying to text you. Okay, and that's just not me. And I know employers don't like that. They want someone they can push around and shove over and stuff like that, and I'm just not that guy. So, and I usually let it be known too, because I don't beat around the bush when it comes to stuff like that. Um, I work my ass off at a job, and I'll work to the bone for him. But what I will not do, I will not tolerate disrespect. I will not tolerate you treating me like you're above me, all this other crap. Because you know what? We all came from the same place. I hate to tell you, you know, even Obama, even the kings and even the rich motherfuckers and all these other some bitches out there. Okay, you know what everyone has in common? We all have a mom that gave birth to us. We all came out a birth canal. Okay, so you're no different than me, just like I'm no different than you. And I'm so sick of this segregation, separation, religion, race, master PC race. You know, I joke around about stuff like that, about the master race and stuff. You know, but I just recently got into PC gaming. Like I said, I was a console gamer, and they just you can't do anything with a console that you can with a computer. You know, like right now, I'm doing all this with my computer, and you know, I got programs that I can make the games with. I got I got programs that I can make music with. I got this, that, and you know, you got so much that you can do on a PC that you cannot do on a console. Consoles are gaming. That is it. That is it. That is all they're good for. But now you come here with a PC, and I'm getting 60 frames, on a good day, especially with the right optimized games. Okay, these alpha games don't count on most of them being 60 frames a second. Okay, um, but these other games, these well optimized games, I'm getting over 60 frames a second, and you're on a console getting 30, and they had to take out so many textures, or they had to dumb down the resolutions, they had to do everything just to get this thing to run on this console, and you spend $400 on that. Take you a couple extra $100 and get you a nice computer, you know. And not everyone has to be a YouTuber. Not everyone has to be a game developer. Not everyone has to do anything. You can get a gaming computer and just use it for gaming. That's fine. But if you ever do want to do anything else, it's right there, and it's a big, massive tool. And that's one thing I've always loved about the PC is that it's a massive tool. It's not just a fucking idiot box that most of these people use it for. That's all they use it for. And like my girlfriend's kids, they ask me all the time, why can't we get the internet? Why can't we get the internet? Why can't we get this? I make them earn it. Okay, I make them earn the internet. I don't just here's the internet, here's the internet, here's the internet. Oh, no. Do you have schoolwork? Did you finish your schoolwork? Have you done your chores? Have you done this? I know these kids aren't used to hearing this shit nowadays. They're just like, oh my god, chores? What is that? Oh my god, I can't have the internet? What is that? I don't know what to do. Man, I tell you what, people. These generations are being ruined. Okay? These kids and these generations are being ruined because the parents won't put down their foot. You know? And I know a lot of laws have restricted us in ways. But you know what they haven't restricted? Taking shit away from them. Oh, you got a phone? You know what? Let me get that. Oh, you got a Vita? Oh, let me get that. Oh, a Nintendo DS? Oh, let me get that. You know, learn how to take shit away. Yeah. But, anyways, I'm gonna sit here and keep rambling on and on and on and on and on. But I want to thank you all so much for being here and showing up. And until I come out with some more videos and get everything else together, I want to thank you all again, and I'll see you later. Bye.